Welcome to the podcast of Key to Health. I am your host, Silvia Hoevenaar, and I work as a life and health coach and I organize events. In my podcast, you hear me speaking with inspiring people all over the world about holistic health, health for the body, mind and soul. Today, I talk with Devi Chandra Ma about her life as a Mexican medicine woman, what her mission is, her struggles of life, and how she became a medicine woman. We work together in the Netherlands in giving ceremonies. These are ceremonies like Sweatlodges, cacao circles, and shamanic medicine ceremonies. And for anybody who loves shamanism, this is an interesting podcast for you. Enjoy! So welcome Chandra for coming to Holland again. We had an amazing ceremony last weekend. And yeah, I love to hear your story because I'm so fascinated about your life story.
Hello, Silvia. Thank you for inviting me back to Holland, to the Netherlands. It's a pleasure. Before everything, I want to set an intention for this podcast. I thank you for the opportunity, and I put a clear intention of raising up the voice in order to help humanity to free themselves. Freedom for everyone. Thank you. Thank you for the possibility.
Yes, you're welcome. So yes, we worked together and you told me your story as a medicine woman. And what is a medicine woman? What does she do? Well, yeah, can you tell me something about it?
Well, the word, I think, medicine woman or medicine man is big, because a person that is healing or helping others in their healing, that's a person that is a medicine woman or man. There is many modalities of that kind of medicine people in the world.
Yes.
But especially this is the people that is helping others heal themselves.
Yes. Heal what?
Heal trauma, emotions, heal life, heal perception. So that's why I talk about there is many modalities about healing. So for me, a medicine person has to be very complete also in many of the tools that they use. And it's a person that is very open to all the elements and has to manage them in order to help others in their own path in life.
And what kind of medicines you use or tools?
Oh, in my own case, I am combining many things together when I do any kind of technique or therapy, because at this moment, after 24 years walking slowly on the medicine path and spirituality, I have found many different modalities that first healed myself, and after that I could truly use them and get deep into the knowledge of Reiki, yoga, meditation, fire medicine, tobacco ceremonies, medicine plants, power spirits. So there is many modalities and many techniques that we must truly achieve and integrate in our system in order to give them to others, because it's not only going to a course and getting an initiation or a certificate from any kind of thing, but it's integrating that in your life, first in you, and then after you can share that with the others.
Yes, definitely, that's for sure. Not like a certificate on the wall, I am now a medicine woman.
Yes, I have heard a lot about these modalities, also very new in all the world.
Yeah.
About
especially the Western.
Yes, I have heard about certifications for shamanism and all this. I think, well, everything is possible, but truly put more truth and more roots to that, because even if you have a certificate or a diploma or whatever, a title of that, and the only thing that can prove that is yourself with a great spirit, with your conscience, and it's integrating that in your life, is truly making that your lifestyle.
Yeah.
So it's not that possibility of having the paper won't give you
No.
the tools or
No.
the power or the empowerment of the elements.
To work with the elements and energies, yes.
Exactly.
And how did your path start becoming a medicine woman and working with all the plant medicines and the tools you talked about?
I think since I was born, I had a lot of connection with many things, no, with the universe, with the world. I feel my spirit was a very open spirit to the whole universe and the energy. But obviously, I wasn't born in a home where this was normal or common. So for many years, I denied this possibility, all this intuition, all these visions or dreams, and this contact with other spirits. I denied it, and I truly didn't know how to manage it. So for many years, I asked the universe, please, to remove all that because it was too much. And that happened unconsciously without really knowing. And then after a huge accident in my life, truly that experience that put me in the line.
What kind of accident?
I fall down from a third floor in Mexico. I was in the university studying business, commerce, international business for life. And I was going to a very important exam that day of math, terrible math. And my intensity, I wanted to be there because I wanted to truly pass that exam. And I left my keys inside, so I had to get into my apartment alone. And I decided to try it by the rooftop, and then, well, I fall down. So,
wow.
So life changed.
That's hard, yes.
Life changed, and universe stopped me. I was a very competitive person. I was always searching. I was always trying to do everything. I was learning Japanese. I was studying business. I was doing swimming at the team in the school. My life was very fast, and universe put it that stop immediately and put me into bed for at least 1 year, and with therapies and many surgeries. That for me was like the start of coming back to my own, to my heart, and to leave all those goals and aspirations of my professional career, how I was looking myself in the world, changed completely the perspective.
Sounds familiar.
Exactly. It's horrible that humans have to go to very strong things
to change.
Yes, exactly.
Yes,
it's horrible.
Yes.
But that's how I truly started looking answers and looking healing. First for my body, because I was totally broken, but also for my soul. My soul was also broken and impacted in the universe. And I always tried to find tools that could give me a clue why I was there, why I was alive also after that, no? And started with some crystallotherapy, yoga, Reiki, energy. So many things came to me. I can say that truly I feel very, very thankful because all these elements came to me. I just started and recognize them, you know. That's the point in that moment, was I was recognizing something was telling me where to go, what to do. In books, that I'm not a very fanatic reader. I just get from life what comes in front of me. This is something of my nature. I appreciate it also because I believe that what has gotten in my hands is what I need. And
synchronicity.
Yes. And I started having insights with Drumbalo, with Saint Germain, finding all these very fascinating and very difficult to understand for my mind, my little mind in that moment. But little by little, by the pass of the days and years, more and more understanding those words and those messengers in my life. And one day I read one book that was called The Awakening of the Mushrooms. And that was also in my path because I didn't look for it. It came to me. And that was the start on the power plants.
Yeah.
After that, they came to me also.
Yeah.
Everything I think like actuality, believe me, because I wasn't
looking for it.
No, I didn't go there and I'm gonna do the same that this guy. No. They came to me, and I truly thank, because there was one day before the medicine plants and one day after totally changed my life.
Yes, you hear that many times when they try to experience these kind of spirits. Most of the people change. Yeah,
it was a total blessing. I didn't know how to come back. I didn't know how to see life again normal, or actually I didn't want to come back. I truly wanted to stay forever in that state, because I truly said thank you, and thank you for letting me see the truth of every single being on earth. I had an amazing connection with the moon that night. My first encounter with the medicines of the earth. An amazing insight. The spirit of the mushrooms of Mexico took me inside my heart and showed me the universe inside. So,
wow,
it was too much. It was truly too much, and I was so thankful. But obviously, for me, there was no way back. Since that moment, I couldn't stop, and
And how old were you?
I was 21, so that was my first encounter with that, and little by little growing. It took more years than to get more into the ceremonial path, because that I did it on my own. It was very special because it was a gift. Yeah. The mushrooms that came to me were a gift. So I didn't even know what to do, but it was the first moment that I had an encounter. And after that book, for me was like, okay, this is not a coincidence. Someone came with mushrooms to me. So I decided to take the leap of faith and navigate that.
And what did you do after that?
After that, well, my path started bringing more and more and more people that could give me guidance on the path, because I believe it's totally an unknown world, no? When you enter these dimensions. So truly, I thank also to have found many guidance and many wonderful teachers, beautiful beings that were holding my hand in that moment to put me in the right direction, because I believe that truly universe always sends angels to you in many ways.
Definitely.
Friends that in that moment hold your hands, no? And these people is my family, is my spiritual family. This moment I can always say thank you to all these amazing beings that were guiding me without judgment, without trying to take anything from me. That's why I always believed it was for me, it was meant to be, because all these coincidences and all these people that appear in my life was with any effort or any movement from where I was. They came to my life.
Yeah.
So that's why I recognize, okay, this is the path. There is no way to escape. I was a business lawyer. I also graduated from the university. I kept going to my university. But also in the university, after my accident, when I came back, also there I found insight. And also there messengers came to tell me things that I kept them as memories, very precious memories on my life. Also, the director of the career could be the messenger, or one of my classmates of the school. At that moment, I can say I didn't have as open the conscience as I do now.
No.
I can say that those words and those messages are direct in my life and guided me also. But now I understand they were messengers, big messengers in my life.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that a lot. And well, even if I graduated from the business school, also another tragic moment came to my life that put me totally out of the business field, and that was the death of my father. For me, that moment also was a message from the universe to step away from where I was. In my family in Mexico is we grow as very in contact with earth, because my father was into agriculture of Mexico. So I appreciate also these teachings of my family, because they were the ones that gave me the keys to be what I am. Obviously, the freedom of the spirit and the strength came from them. And this contact with nature, my father was a lover of nature, and I appreciate that. That's why I love to be in Mother Earth and in the sea and go out from the cities, because that's what I did for many years when I was little. But after his death, everything changed, and it was so drastic that and so horrible the way he was dead, that there was no doubt for my spirit that the universe was telling me, get away, get out from here.
What happened?
My father was killed in Mexico, so there was no doubt in my spirit that that was truly a time to move on and to get rid of that path. And that he was a businessman, he was doing exports. That's what I learned, that's what I did since I was very little, helping him. But I also jumped into the unknown, and I moved out from Michoacan, Mexico, where it's a very, very dangerous state. It's now everybody says that Michoacan is valued in the same terror as Iraq in the world.
So bad.
Yes,
wow.
Yes.
Because of all the gangs, mafia, corruption.
Yes, a lot of violence, horrible ways of living. And I can say for many years, not now and recent, this has been the story of Mexico, and these states are the very, very strong points of true danger in Mexico. We are not free in Mexico, no. So that's the whole situation happening there. But well, the thing is that when my father died, for me the universe told me exactly where to go, and I can say with his death I received lots of guidance, because if not I could all really get lost in the pain or in the grief, because I was very, very near to him.
How old were you at that moment?
I was 23. So when that happened for me, the change was immediately.
Two heavy situations behind each other.
No, too heavy, but that's maybe my strong character needed that to grow. I believe we have contracts as souls.
Yeah.
So I have understood with all these years after his death, and I am in peace with that, because I understand that everything has a bigger meaning for everyone. I understand that it was meant to be like that in order for me to understand what was my path and where to go. No, so even if it's strong sometimes, no, we need to give thanks for the movement of life, and also the people that has given the life for us.
Yes. And so those are the best lessons actually in life, which can almost break us. That's what teaches us where we can grow in. Yes, all these through deep, intense changes and movements of the soul are meant to be for growing. Yeah. No? It's difficult to say it for the people that now is in grief. Yeah. So I tell a message to all the people to hold on to their dreams, to hold on to the heart, because that's the only way to get away from the situation. Obviously, we are humans and we have to go through the state of sadness in order to
also
Rise
get
again.
it. Rise up again after that, like the phoenix.
Yeah.
Exactly like that. But then that's that. I think that was the push on to my life to move from where I was living for many years, and then I moved to the Caribbean Sea, which was a dream of my father, and I think that's why I follow that heart, because we were lovers of the sea.
And with who did you move there?
I moved alone, but then my ex-husband, my husband, the father of my kids, he followed me there. We started a life there when I was 24. Then I really started going to ceremonies, finding people.
In the Caribbean?
Yeah. That's where I started more and more like ceremonial way.
And what kind of ceremonies they do there?
It's not that they are only doing there. There is many places in Mexico, but in the Mayan culture there is big communities that I can say that are growing and they're very strong. I can say thank you to my family of the Caribbean. In Playa del Carmen I met beautiful humans that also hold my hand, and there I was involved in all these magical circles of love and healing and fire, the red path warriors, these people that is truly passionate from Mother Earth and holding the roots, holding the lineage and the rituals that were made up from very ancient times with all the elements and with the fire. And I started many things there, and learning from many beautiful humans, because as I will mention again, they came to me. I think truly I am very blessed because I had this amazing opportunity to nourish my soul with many people, not one master or one teacher, many people that in its moment was my teacher, no? I can say from many different techniques, and all very humble people. I invite all the people out there listening this podcast, please, in order to recognize who will be your teacher, go and find who is that person, how is their lives, what they are doing in the community, what is the sample they give to the communities or to the cities or wherever they are, the families. For me, this was the way I found my teachers, people that could all give an impact in my life, but not only with the technique that they domain or the element that they are masters on, not the fire or the Reiki, but the sample and the brilliance of their life could give my life through sample. And that's how I found my teachers of the different things that I do right now, no?
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
So you lived in the Caribbean, you say?
I was living in mainly in Playa del Carmen and Tulum.
They call that the Caribbean?
All this is Caribbean Sea. It's part of the Caribbean Sea. Yeah, it comes from Cancun. There is a big line of the sea coast. The Riviera Maya is called.
Yeah.
So we were very lucky to have all these golden years of the Riviera Maya. I am a very lucky human to have these beautiful memories of this amazing place that
all the communities you talked about.
Yes, the communities, the nature, and this is the place that truly saw my soul rebirth and reborn to a new being, to a new be, and something that I truly enjoyed, no? All this evolution and this transition of my personality on being the businesswoman to the medicine path.
Woman.
Yes, and
how
very
long did
difficult.
You live there?
I lived around 20 years in the Caribbean.
20
Yeah,
years.
Riviera Maya.
But only in the communities?
At the beginning, I wasn't inside the community. I was in and out.
Yeah.
But very strongly bond with them. Coming I can say almost every weekend to ceremonies.
Every weekend, 20 years.
Yes, and having different ways of ceremonies, because not only medicine plants,
No.
we were doing many kind of rituals, from temazcalis, from therapies, from fire ceremonies, tobacco ceremonies, kirtans, satsangs.
Wow, beautiful.
So I was nourished on all, everything, my blood, my bones, my
Wow.
being, refreshed and renewed, because all what I had learned from the beginning of my life was changing, was clarifying, was cleaned.
Yeah.
So I think I was unlearning to be and learning to be a new being.
Yes.
And it took many years. This is something that I want to send out there, because it takes time. I don't know, maybe there is many beings that are fast on their evolution and they imagine something and they do it, but for me the change has to be slow, step by step, and putting roots on the vases that are being removed. Because if not, maybe you stay only in a state of your mind and in your thoughts.
Yeah.
And I don't think it can be like that, because you need to be integrating all those little tools in your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Make them part of your life. You know,
Like a habit.
It's a habit, exactly. It's a discipline.
Yeah.
Just changing the way you are eating, starting. I think one of the major things that make an impact, I don't say the others not, but Reiki, when I got the first initiation of Reiki, I started truly seeing everything different. And also I saw the difference in me. I saw, with 21 days of purifications after the initiation of the first Reiki, I saw it on myself, how that was the change, and how the perception of touching things could be for me different, or how I could bless my food and bless the food of the people I was nourishing. So that was a very catalytic in my life. The temazcali was an amazing healer too, a sustainer of my life.
The Sweatlodge.
The Sweatlodge,
Yeah.
yes. The Sweatlodge is called in Mexico temazcali.
Temazcali. We
Because
know it as a
it's-
Sweatlodge.
Yes, and the meaning is the house of steam.
Yeah.
So
Is it Mexican?
it's a tradition from Mexico, but I can say that it's a very old tradition of the world.
Uh-huh.
In many traditions of the world, they have found in history that they had it.
Sweatlodges.
Sweatlodges,
Yeah.
yes. But it's very alive in Mexico.
Yeah.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if every culture is very alive, but in Mexico
Yeah.
it's super strong ritual. And I'm very happy, because I truly love to pray to Pachamama, in the uterus of Pachamama, in the heart of Pachamama. I am a mother, and I recognize the great divine mother, and I pray to her, because I truly see her sustaining us every day, and giving us and giving us and giving us
Yes.
so much with compassion, and we don't see it, we don't recognize it.
No, we take it for granted.
Yes,
And we poison it. We take.
we take and take and
Yeah.
take.
So that's why all the ceremonies are for giving back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is something that is very important, giving back. And if you are starting a medicine path, if you are starting a spiritual path, remember that yes, you are fulfilling yourself with new wisdom, with new insights, and many other new learnings. And then please understand that this is not only not to take and take, you need to make offerings. You need to give back all what you get to Mother Earth and to the universe.
Yeah.
And there is many ways also to give back, many ways.
In what kind of ways? Can you describe it?
For a
what you
medicine
do?
person or a shaman or
Yeah.
a spiritual healer, it's very important to make offerings, to make despachos, they call it in Peru. In Mexico, we do ceremonies of offerings, like in the fire. And for us, it's very important that we do feed the right thing, and we feed the fire with medicines of earth. We feed the fire also with fruits and nurture it, and these are offerings to the elements. We can do offerings to the sacred waters, to the fire, to the elements, and there is many kind of rituals. So every technique is different, but they have the same principles as basis.
Yeah.
And I believe also in the many cultures of the world. I can compare now.
Of course, they do it in India.
Exactly.
They do it in many cultures offerings.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, we don't do that in the West, unfortunately.
I
don't know actually
what you say. We don't do.
No,
but
not that
you
I know
did.
of.
But you did.
We did, yes.
In the past, because Europe, and this is something that maybe brought me to Europe, and I am trying to
bring it back.
To bring it back because I believe in this old continent. There is a lot of hidden magic, hidden rituals, and I say hidden or oppressed for many centuries because
we had witches, of course.
Exactly.
In the past. Yes, of course.
Exactly, and but not only witches, the Celtic people.
Yes, of course.
The Druids and people that left many very beautiful insights in Europe. That I can say that are very important for humanity. But
we lost it.
We lost them, exactly.
We lost it.
I can say that little by little there is some people out there that are recovering this knowledge. This initiatic path. Because also in this land there were many amazing beings walking, living these symbols, these sacred spaces on earth. How do you call Stonehenge?
Yes,
for example, is one of those. But like this one that is very popular and known, there is many other spaces sacred in the world and in Europe especially. Now that I was passing through Spain and in this transition, I had a connection, for example, in the Catalan area of Barcelona, near to Barcelona, and then I really feel that I'm guided because somehow I connected very, very strongly with the medicine there and also the mushrooms of there, also the mountains of there. Montserrat is one of the places I just visited very recently. I totally believe it's a very magical place. And like this, there is many spots. And I am right now truly recognizing these sacred spots, and I am very excited because when I started trying to look there in the media and the information about it, I found so much that I am so excited to go for it. To go and find the inside of Wicca, the witches. The white witches of the European world. I feel
we
very.
We should bring it back more.
Yes. I know there is a woman that is bringing back, for example, the path of Magdalena. That is the initiatic path of many women. It's very important to recover these powers. So I am very excited about this possibility in Europe.
Wow.
And I am.
Let's brainstorm on that.
Yes.
Like we did on more things. Well, you told me also about living in a community, and I would love to hear more about your life in that community, especially in the one in Tulum, because you said it's like paradise on earth.
Poof. Yes, after Playa del Carmen, I connected to an amazing place that was called Uno Astrologe. I sent this message to all the people that we were in this community for many years, coming in and out, but there as part of this community. I will send a total gratitude to this amazing being, my brother Nuno Parameshwara. I met him in one prayer. I don't remember if it was an equinox or something like that, but we were in a circle of many people from the world because his community was fulfilled with humans of all over the world, artists, healers, medicine people. Wow, I cannot express more than gratitude for this amazing opportunity. He made an amazing prayer in that circle, and he was holding hands with all the people there. And what he said made such an impact on my life that I just wanted to be there, near to them. So I started coming more and more. I have to say that this was truly a blessing, because living there with them in nature, in front of the sea, of the turquoise, blue
Tulum.
sea,
I've been
Tulum.
there. I thought it was a paradise for me. I don't know how it was, but the scenery there is like, wow.
When it was those times, it was paradise.
Even better.
More, because we were in nature, and the sacred place were respected. There was a lot of silence in this place. The little places that were there were ecological and connected to nature, and only doing practices of spirituality, therapies, meditations in the sunrise.
Wow.
My kids had the opportunity to grow free, naked, running in the beach and jumping in the trees. So truly, this was, I can say, paradise, and that's in my soul forever. The memories of that will remain forever, but also the need of bringing it back, because truly I think this can be a catalyst way to change the perception of living for humanity. So
yes, I believe so. I feel it.
Believe me that, well, we live there, and I cannot say how beautiful it was, how enchanting humans I met.
How many people lived in a community?
I don't know. It's a very difficult question, because it was like an amount of people sustaining the community. But we were all rotating.
Of course, in and out.
So coming in and out, so people from the world could stay there also. But I don't know, maybe basically around 20 to 30 families holding the space. But then if I can count the thousands of people that I met there, because they come from all over the world, gurus, masters, and all these beautiful humans giving insight to the world, and
Nuno, all sharing their knowledge.
Yes, and Nuno was one of the biggest samples of this, because he was always waking up. I can recognize at 5 a.m. there, waiting for the sun rising up, doing his arati of the morning.
Wow.
Holding the light for all the community. I cannot say more than thank you for these beautiful connections and insights that I got, because that possibility and that mission is sustaining my path very deeply, It's giving me the strength and freshness for the hope of the world, for the hope of humanity, And
how long did you live in that community?
In contact with the community around 8 years to 1 decade.
Very long.
Yes, and with that community, I say that before that I was in Playa, with another tribe, family that still be my spiritual path and family. But this was the last part of me in Mexico, because I stayed there near and connected and in love with this place, and my heart is still be there until 2016, because unfortunately in Mexico there is a lot of injustice, a lot of
corruption
and troubles and abuse, and that's why that was the last sign I got from the universe. And when we were removed, evicted from the land without legality, without truth, because the government is allied with the mafia in Mexico, and they resold all this land of 16 properties in front of the Sea of Tulum. And I saw it with my eyes. I was in front of them. I was there next to my family in that moment, my spiritual family. And I can say that was a total breakup on my soul again.
I can imagine.
It was horrible. It was truly very sad, because we had it created a very sacred spot on earth, that I believe that a lot of envy from all these people tried to took over spirituality to sell it as a touristic thing, wellness site. And so they removed the healers to put people that is dressed up in feathers.
Like an attraction.
For an attraction, yes. It's like a Disneyland to Illuminati now.
No.
I think everything is okay. At this point, I am in gratitude with the world because I understand that was also the time. Mexico is passing very strong moments and will pass more and more until the balance come back to all of us, because Mexico is truly dominated by US. I'm sorry to say, but it's the truth. And well, I am a mother of 3 kids. I am alone. I'm raising up them alone. So for me, it's very important to keep them safe. More if I know that I manage power spirits, that I am into the medicine plant, that I am bringing this insight, I understand that I need to be safe and protected. So I moved out from Mexico with all the sorrow, with all the strength of my heart to find
a safe place.
In the world.
And where did you go?
I went to California.
First to California.
That was the first place I went out, because California was well known by me since very little. And I had some good friends there, so I moved out to California hoping to find a place for me on earth. But then I moved because I saw that it wasn't the time for me to be in US. And someone invited me to go to Peru to do a project. I am moved by a big mission that as I say, I really want to bring back a spiritual community. This is one of my major goals in life, because I believe truly these are fresh new cells that can heal Mother Earth. Fresh new, because this is a new way of co-living, coexistence, in balance, in harmony with Mother Nature, with the universe. And I believe it's not an easy project, it's not an easy mission, because with this mission my heart wants to help as much as possible the beings that are around me and come next to me for their own freedom, for the healing and for their own freedom. So this is what I have found, and this is what I really want to share with the world. I believe it's possible. I have all the faith on that.
I believe it as well.
And
the power of belief.
And I won't stop until I can do it. When I went to Peru, I told this dream to the person that invited me to Peru. I told him one of my major examples was Damanhur.
Yes.
Is Damanhur,
beautiful.
not was, is. This kind of community, obviously for me, is a major goal, but they have done an amazing job.
If they can do it?
If we can do it, please bring it, universe.
Yes.
But we can start by little. I don't have limits on that. I want to truly bring it back. And then that's why I came to Peru, because I wanted to start a spiritual community using power plants, helping people. Why a spiritual community? Because that's the sustainer of many truths. And those are sample for people that are coming to heal. People that is already healed or in the path of healing can be sample for others of how to approach to Mother Earth, how to come back to the little ways and rituals and offerings. In a spiritual community, this is alive. So I believe also for a balancing life or balanced life, if you just create, for example, a center of medicines, it's a beautiful thing. I cannot say not, because many people can be having benefits from that. But the person sustaining the center or the place of the medicines, if those people don't have a good life, a bond together, a place of reference where they can come back and also nurture themselves and also clean themselves and also be happy in their lives, then the center of medicines will be an unbalance. And this is why I talk so much about the balance, because this is something that Mother Ayahuasca is telling me, and from many years she shows me the way. It's so crazy.
What do you mean, show me the way for what?
Because if I put intention of receiving information on how to create a community or how to bring balance to what I do, or how to bring balance to the way I offer medicines in the world, the only answer is balance with Mother Earth, balance in your life, and embrace yourself, love yourself. And the only way I can say is my dream is to truly put it back in that way, because I feel it's very needed, the balance. And this community or a spiritual community that I want to create must be based on a foundation of social projects. This is how I feel needs to be started.
Yeah.
Because
so working together.
Yes, I don't think we will make truly evolution or truly advance in our path if we keep holding to the old ways of living, to the old systems of business, to the old system as corporatives. I don't believe a spiritual center or a center of medicines can be a corporative. I'm sorry.
No.
Why? Because it's damaged. The system is damaged. And the way to look at it, I don't say we don't have to have rules or structures or bases or maybe laws, no? But what I mean is they need to be born from the truth, the root of life, and bring this back, believing that you are making a service to the community and to the world, but with the community, wherever you go.
That everybody is responsible.
Yes, and also part of it.
Yeah.
If I go, for example, to a little place, I will put an example, very basic. If I come here to Netherlands and I say, well, Silvia, we will organize here medicine circles. I ask you please to do community circles, because I want to create a bond with the family locally so they can sustain their path after the medicines. Yeah. I don't want only to give medicines and leave them alone. I want to make balance, and I want to open circles for the woman, circles for the men, circles for the family, circles of prayer, circles of drumming.
Like your community did.
Exactly. And maybe we don't have a place of a community here now, but at least start with the service. Yeah. Give them back something. Yeah. I come here to give them healing, give them also a route to bond themselves together, to see themselves as a family, sustaining hands together. Yeah. And that's maybe my little understanding of the balance. Yeah. No, but I cannot see it pass in a different way if we want a new world.
A better world. Yeah, you see now here, especially in Holland, many people start to doing ceremonies, many people start to work with plant medicines, and the ayahuasca, the cacao, the truffles. You see many more ceremonies coming, and people who say, okay, I want to be a shaman, or I want to work with medicine, plant medicines or animal medicines. And what is your advice for the people who want to work with these medicines, as you have worked many years with and worked with all the shamans together? What do you advise for the people who don't really have a lot of experience, but they want to give it to other people? What is your advice to those people? To do it in a correct way, that you don't harm people with
Exactly.
it. Because what is also the risk of working with these plant medicines?
Oof. Oh, you touch a very, very, very sensitive point and very deep and strong meaning of this, because people doesn't believe it. They see it from the outside when they come, for example, to a place where there is happening these ceremonies of ayahuasca or bufo or anything. They see from the outside the shamans, they see from the outside the healers, and they are fascinated by whatever they can do with you, so they get attracted to that. And I recognize that call for the light. I understand it very well. But also I put this truth out there, please, to all the people that want to step into the medicine, put truth to that, because if we don't have roots that sustain that path and that medicines and that ceremonies, we truly can harm ourselves, even if we don't see it, and the other people. Karma is a very, very strong thing that comes back when we don't put truth out there. Be aware of that. And why I say that, yes, on these months around Europe, I have seen what you mentioned. There is a growing communities and growing movement of this, they call it psychedelic life. I call it power spirits, power plants. But also I see a lot of troubles. I see a lot of people more depressed after ayahuasca in a hole. I have seen people that really had amazing troubles, and then nobody was there to help them after for the integration. Nobody cared for the person that they gave the medicine, because they are, I'm sorry to say it, but many of these people is making money only with the spiritual path, and after that they don't care to give the proper integration, follow what is happening with the people, be open to receive multiple millions of messages of people, because that's important to be there, even if you just say something, sustain them with truth through that, hold the hand of that, because after the medicine plant is worst. The integration comes truly and the change is needed, but it's not simple.
No, it's not just taking ayahuasca and it's done. No.
No. We need action, responsibility in our healing, and obviously, because we are not here to judge humans and people, nobody knows which are the tools to come back to the heart. Nobody knows how to unlearn what they did learn. Nobody knows how to cut the friends that they love in certain way, but they are toxic. So yes, we need to put a lot of effort. And this is also a message. Being in this path is not flowers and roses, and it won't be pink color. No way. It's very, very strong. It's very sacred, and it's very challenging. It challenges me every single day, and proves my truth every single day, and prove me if I can stand in this path or not. The universe sends many ways, the proof and the test and the challenge.
Yes.
And also I can say, be careful where you step into these medicine circles, because not everything that you think is out there, only on the visions and the psychedelia that you want to fulfill. Also on the healing, there is a hidden part of the world. There is a very hidden part, occultism of the medicine world, and this is why I tell you to all the world, be careful. Don't, if you're truly doing a change and stepping into this, don't be naive in this. Don't go blind in your eyes. Find the teacher, as I mentioned. Truly make a research of who is going to be your teacher or master or guidance in this path, because there is many things that cannot be said.
No.
And also many people is afraid to talk about this occultism and afraid to talk about the hidden part of the
dark side.
The dark side of the medicine world. And unfortunately, and with all respect to all, I can say I don't resonate with that. I am totally out of it. And maybe that's why I'm alone in this moment, recognizing my own guidance with the world and the universe and the medicines. But I cannot truly say that it will be easy. There is many things that happen under that, and it's very dangerous. If you are not in the correct way, it's very, very fragile and dangerous for your life.
Yes, because you work with energies, but also with spirits, and you open yourself for this other dimension, and you don't know what you can bring back.
Exactly. With
and
you
if you
also.
don't see that, or if you don't protect yourself from what opens up.
And obviously many people doesn't see, many people doesn't know, and it's not their fault, obviously, but this is truth. There is a hidden part in this shamanic world, and be careful, be truly careful and responsible, and do the steps and respectfully way. Humbleness and gratitude and good intention will drive you and take you to the place you need to be.
Because I see now more and more retreats coming where they charge so much money for example, truffle ceremony. They ask 2,000 for a weekend, and then what is behind it, you think?
It's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible to abuse from people. Obviously, I can say that in Europe everything is more expensive, but 2 days of ceremony, $2,000 is a lot, or 2,000 euros is crazy. And for mushrooms, that you know how much they cost in the market, no? So truly, it's like I can say, be careful of how you approach also with the medicines, because karma is big. And I think that's the imbalance, exactly. It's the way of the old system to only take and take and take and don't give back. And as much as possible, I think we need to try to make this accessible to people.
What kind of ceremonies people can come to you? Because now you are based in Europe for the next coming years, probably.
Yes, probably yes. I can say yes.
You have some beautiful plans, and I have seen how you work with the ayahuasca. I've seen how you work with the bufo and the cacao. And the Sweatlodges. So I've seen that you really are genuinely from the heart, working from the heart. Because I've seen also many other people who work with plant medicines or the animal medicine, and I've seen that the people who guide the ceremony are not always from the heart. So I've seen you doing that for sure, and I've seen also many people loving the ceremonies which we guided. So if people listening to this podcast want to experience a ceremony with you, what are the kind of ceremonies that you offer?
Actually, I am in transition, so I'm offering wherever you are. I can offer ceremonies, but also based on Spain, Portugal, and with you. I truly can invite you to come and to find us in the media. We are out there in the Facebook, in Instagram, as Devi Chandra Ma. Please find our profiles. I don't have a webpage, a formal one, right now, but I am offering very, very small and private retreats of ayahuasca, so I can truly go deep and help people in very going to the root with a lot of care and with a lot of containment. I give not only the medicine plant, I give other techniques to sustain the path and after the medicines, so they can continue their path alone. I give bufo alvarius, the toad medicine. I offer rapé circles. I do temazcales, Sweatlodge ceremonies, I do cacao. I guide meditations. Breath work. I can do therapy of biomagnetism. I can teach Reiki. I am a Reiki master. I can initiate others on Reiki so they can use their own hands to heal themselves and others. I do workshops also from that. And well, I am here to help and to hold the hand of whoever resonates with this vibration and this message.
And is ready for transformation.
Oh, yeah. Ready for change.
Yes, we have seen so many beautiful transformations last week and again with the Bufo. So yes, if anybody who is willing to work on themselves and has questions, please get in contact with Devi Chandra Ma or Silvia Hoevenaar from Key to Health, and we will absolutely ready for you to answer all the questions you have about any plant medicines or animal medicines or any other therapies you heard we offer or Chandra offers. And I want to thank you for your time and your story, life story. And yes.
Thank you.
Be ready for the next coming ceremonies.
Yes.
In Holland and the rest of Europe.
Thank you a lot. And whoever wants to help us build up this new project and community, because Silvia is also part of this. Contact us, and if you have good ideas, good offerings, we are open to it.
Yes. And for anybody who is familiar with Portugal, definitely for sure. That is part of our plan, Portugal. So, yes, maybe see you in the future and you will hear from us. Thank you.
Namaste.